Good morning, everybody. We're starting our second week of learning new stuff, all right? So I want everybody to get out your notebooks. I will say that last week I thought was really good, especially from some of you. I had a lot of people that were FaceTiming me, that were texting me, that were calling me, okay? I really appreciate that because I know then that you're trying to learn. And just keep that up, okay? All right, so you got your notebooks? If not, push pause, go grab them. All right, so here we go. We're gonna start learning goal number 2. I can solve systems of linear equations using elimination. So remember, the week before we got out of school, we were, the learning goal was, I can solve systems of linear equations by graphing. All right, so we graphed the two lines where they crossed, that was our solution. Then last week we did I can solve systems of linear equations using substitution. I had great effort from a lot of you, and it was really good, and I really appreciate that. I'm gonna try to recruit some more of you in here, get you going. Those of you that were giving me great effort, I'm really proud of you. Keep it rolling, okay? Okay, before I actually get into this learning goal, I want to tell you just a few things. First of all, graphing is really good because you can say, okay, I can actually see the solution. The problem with graphing, though, is if it doesn't cross at an exact point, it's like, well, where did it exactly cross? And in the real world, most problems are not going to cross at like the point 4, 3, right? They're not just going to cross at an exact point. In the real world, there's decimals, okay? So as we go down the road here, you are going to start running into problems that are more decimals. At the beginning, I probably am not going to do that, but as we start getting down the road, if you get decimals or fractions, don't worry about that, okay? Just keep going. Secondly, the thing about substitution is I love substitution. And the reason why I love substitution so much is because substitution, you're going to use that all the time in geometry. You're going to use that in Algebra 2. You're going to use that obviously in Algebra 1. You're going to use it. I mean, that's really in a lot of ways. You guys are doing Algebra 1 stuff, so it's great, okay? Substitution is never going away. Substitution will be with you for a really long time, okay? So now we're talking about elimination. I think you guys are going to love elimination, actually, because it's the easiest way. So then a lot of people say, well, Mr. Palin, if elimination is so good, why didn't you teach us that first? The thing about elimination is that it doesn't necessarily apply to a lot of things. It can apply to a few things, but this solving systems of linear equations, this is probably when elimination is the best. Unfortunately, it doesn't carry over to a bunch of other things. So of all the ways that we've learned so far, substitution is by far the best. Okay, so for this set of lessons, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to do 4 lessons. There's going to be 8 problems for each lesson, all right? So we're going to do a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, and then I'm going to give a pre-quiz, which will be 8 questions. Then the quiz is only going to be 5 questions, okay? Of course, you could do it all in one day, but the way that I'm thinking about this is that you do 8 problems on one day, come back, do 8 problems on the next day, 8 problems on the next day, 8 problems on the 4th day, and then on the 5th day do a quiz. Well, Mr. Palin, this is Tuesday. Where was yesterday? I know, and I apologize for not getting this stuff out today, but this can probably spill over into next Monday. Okay. Again, it's all about doing your best. I want to make it real quick. I want to talk to you really quick about grades. You guys, you can have whatever grade you want. Okay, if grades are your concern, then you're thinking about the wrong things. Right now, in this time, you should be thinking about learning. And you should be thinking about, hey, I want to do my best because I want to prepare my best for Algebra 1. That's really what your goal is, okay? I don't care about the grades. And it's really hard for me to give a grade right now because how can I give an accurate level of understanding, right? I can't really do that. And everything I do is based on level of understanding. It's not necessarily based on whether or not you did it. I want you to give me levels of understanding, okay? And I just want you to learn. Just give me good effort and learn, okay? Okay, parents and kids, hey, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, call me. I want you to call me. It would be nice if you'd call me between 8:30 and 4, but you can call me anytime, okay? 406-651-9072. Okay. Remember, ARF, achievement. Everybody wants to achieve. You can do a little achieving here in this next month. Okay. Respect. I know obviously you're not in my classroom right now, but make sure you're taking care of your parents. Make sure you're taking care of your family. Respect the people around you. If you go out into the community, make sure you're taking care of them. Respect also means that, hey, we try to do our best what the governor says. I am Mr. Libertarian. I am Mr. Individual freedom. I believe no more in individual freedom than anything. But I also do believe that we need to respect our neighbors. So do your best to do that when you're out in the community. What is the fourth one? Freedom, right? I know this is a little bit rough on freedom right now. It's hard on us, but do your best and find places where you can be free, and then use your freedom for good. And then finally, make sure that you're doing something fun every day. Okay, look for ways, go out, have some fun. These are things that we need, but not only do you need them, you need to bring them into your family. One thing I'm doing a lot is I've enjoyed watching movies with my family every night. Not necessarily every night, but we've been watching more movies than I have in a really long time, and I have enjoyed that. Okay, so I am having fun as well. Okay, finally, you guys, I know it's not all about math, but use this time. What are you interested in? What do you love? Like my daughter in college, I know that she's been over here playing on the piano more than she ever has in a really long time. And my oldest daughter she's working on business stuff, and she's doing some writing. And so really as a family here, we're really trying to focus on doing things that we're interested in, doing things that we love. And I really encourage you guys to do that. Okay, so we're about ready to get started. Let's enjoy the process.
Action.
All right, so this is our first example. Solving systems of linear equations using elimination. Now, you should notice something right off the bat. In fact, you should notice two things. Okay, this is most of the time when I would quiz you, but you're not out there to be quizzed, so I'm just going to tell you. The very first thing that you should notice here is that there is no naked variables, right? And so this is when I would use elimination. If I see a naked variable, I'm going to use substitution every time, and that's what I'm going to expect you guys to do as we go further down the road. Okay. But if there are no naked variables, then I would expect you to use elimination. Okay, so rule number one: no naked variables. Okay, that's when you're going to use elimination. Secondly, as soon as you see that there's no naked variables, notice what I've done. I've stacked them. Everything in the past we've written side by side, right? Now they're stacked vertically. Okay, now this is what's cool. And it's kind of surprising really that you can do this. And I wonder about the first person who ever tried to do this. Okay, but look what they did. Look what you can do here. We can actually add these two equations together. What is 2x plus a negative 2x? Well, everybody knows that that's 0, right? So here I end up with 0x plus 3y plus 5y is 8y equals 11 plus 13 is 24. Well, as you all know, 0 times x is just 0x, isn't it? So really, what's happened? Bam! Those guys have just gone away. Now, obviously, you guys can all see right there, we're going to divide both sides by 8. Y equals 3. Whoa, we already have y solved for. Okay? So, what do we do with that? Well, now this is what's cool. It doesn't matter which equation you plug it into. You may substitute it in the top, you may substitute it in the bottom. The reason why I'm going to substitute the y, because I know what y is, right? Y equals 3. I'm going to substitute it back up here. The reason is because there are no negatives up here. If I can stay away from that negative, I will. Okay, so watch this. Here I go. 2x plus 3. Okay, I know y equals 3, right? So take y out of the game. You guys have done that already a million times. Substitute 3 in, equals 11. Okay, well, 2x plus 9 equals 11. I think you guys have done this a few times. Subtract 9 from each side. 2x equals 2. X equals 1. Remember to write your answer in alphabetical order. 1, 3. Okay. The whole key to this, the whole thing that I did here, is I tried to get two coefficients. In this case, I was eliminating the x's. And the reason why I could eliminate the x's is because they had the same coefficient with opposite signs. Now I'm going to say that over and over and over and over and over for this next lesson here. Same coefficient, opposite signs. That's what we're really trying to get to. And I want that way every time. Okay, so now that they have the same coefficient with opposite signs, I add them up. That eliminates. Those eliminated, 3y, 5y, and then we took it from there. Okay? Now, I know that once I get it here, man, you guys have done that so many times, I know I went pretty fast there. So, make sure you get this example copied down, and we'll do example number 2 here in 1 minute.